Conflict, confusion, stress, anxiety. Life doesn't have to be this way. Sages and wise people throughout time have sought to understand the mysteries of our universe. From the infinite oceans that glitter in the sky, to the smallest of atoms from which all life appears. Beyond the chaos and suffering of our world is an underlying oneness and harmony. From numbers and geometric patterns that repeat throughout nature, to the waves of sound and light that flow through all things. At our core, we're deeply connected to everything. Our innermost thoughts, emotions, and intentions shape the reality of the world around us. Life is not merely a material experience. In reality, it's much, much more. Are you ever searching for what zikr to recite for a particular situation, or which prayer to make for an event or need? The search is over. We bring to you through the Muhammadan Way app an all-encompassing Islamic guide. A platform where you can find all the surahs from Holy Quran, special du'as and prayers, as well as live zikrs and comprehensive Islamic teachings from world-renowned scholars. Download this powerful app now and keep up to date with in-app notifications. Available for download on iOS and Android.
अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना बराउल बरा है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना बराउल बरा है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का इसमें पुकारी गया है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना बराउल बरा है। काबा इश्क़ का हूँ नवाज़िल, मैं हूँ उनकी इनायत पे राज़िल। काबा इश्क़ का हूँ नवाज़िल, मैं हूँ उनकी इनायत पे राज़िल। मेरी गुर्बत में लिखना नया से, मेरी गुर्बत पे लिखना नया से। पंजतन का ये अदना धरा है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना बराउल बरा है। इसमें हसनैन है फातिमा है, इसमें हसनैन है फातिमा है। इस घराने में मुश्किल कुशा है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना बराउल बरा है।
Welcome to Muhammadan Way YouTube channel, your premier destination for videos on Sufi spirituality, classical Islamic teachings, and realities of the soul. With a library of over 1,000 videos and new titles uploaded weekly. Join us to discover true meaning and inner peace in our often troubled world. Click the link now to subscribe.
इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह अलैहि सल्लल्लाहु ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह अलैहि सल्लल्लाहु ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह व अहसनु मिन कलम तरक़तु आईनी व अजमलु मिन من قلم تركت عيني وأجمل من قلم طارد النساء. لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلوات الله. لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلوات الله. مبرأ من كل عيب كأنك قد خلقت كما تشاء. خلقت مبرأ من كل عيب كأنك قد خلقت كما تشاء. لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله. لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله. لا إله إلا الله، لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله. لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله. لا إله إلا الله. حسبي ربي جل الله، ما في قلبي غير الله. نور محمد صلى الله. لا إله إلا الله. حسبي ربي جل الله، ما في قلبي غير الله. نور محمد صلى الله. لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلوات الله. لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلوات الله. محمد شفيع الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد شفيع الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله.
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله.
Welcome to Muhammadan Way YouTube channel, your premier destination for videos on Sufi spirituality, classical Islamic teachings, and realities of the soul. With a library of over 1,000 videos and new titles uploaded weekly, join us to discover true meaning and inner peace in our often troubled world. Click the link now to subscribe. Welcome to Muhammadan Way YouTube channel, your premier destination for videos on Sufi spirituality, classical Islamic teachings, and realities of the soul. with a library of over 1,000 videos and new titles uploaded weekly. Join us to discover true meaning and inner peace in our often troubled world. Click the link now to subscribe.
به غریبیم نظری فکن که تو پادشه ولایتی که تو پادشه ولایتی جانم حسین جانم حسین ای جان جانم حسین جانم حسین جانم حسین ای جان جانم حسین به دیار عشق تو ماندم کسی ندیده عنایتی به غریبیم نظری فکر که تو
Welcome to Muhammadan Way YouTube channel, your premier destination for videos on Sufi spirituality, classical Islamic teachings, and realities of the soul. With a library of over 1,000 videos and new titles uploaded weekly. Join us to discover true meaning and inner peace in our often troubled world. Click the link now to subscribe. Are you ever searching for what zikr to recite for a particular situation, or which prayer to make for an event or need? The search is over. We bring to you through the Muhammadan Way app an all-encompassing Islamic guide. A platform where you can find all the surahs from Holy Quran, special du'as and prayers, as well as live zikrs and comprehensive Islamic teachings from world-renowned scholars. Download this powerful app now and keep up to date with in-app notifications. Available for download on iOS and Android.
Sound is distorted if you yell into the mic. Let's do it now. There you go. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم بمددكم ونظركم سيدي يا رسول الكريم يا حبيب العظيم في هذا المجلس مدد يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء مع الشيخ عبد الفايز الداغستاني سلطان الأولياء الشيخ محمد نازم حقاني مدد يا سيدي يا إمام الشيخ الشام كباني الشيخ عدنان كباني الشيخ محمد عودة مع عبد الخالق الخجدواني صاحب زمان سيدي محمد المهدي عليه السلام بمددكم ونظركم في هذا المجلس يا رب العرش العظيم inshallah. Inshallah we start with the salawat book. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala nabiyyina Muhammad alayhi salam salatan tadumu wa tula ilayhi wa ma'ara layali wa tula nawam.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم وإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه
وسلموا تسليما.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
الفاتحة لنا ولكم يا حاضرون، ووالدنا ووالدكم وأهلنا وأولادنا ولمشايخنا ولمن حضرنا ولمن غاب عنا ولأهلنا ولأمواتنا وللموظفين على هذا المجلس ولمن كان سببا في جميعنا، بأن الله الكريم ينور القلوب ويغفر الذنوب ويستر العيوب ويحفظنا بما حفظ به الذكر وينصرنا بما نصر به الرسول، وأن الله الكريم يجعل مجلسنا هذا مهاتنا بالخيرات والمسرات والأنوار والبركات، ويقضي لنا جميع الحاجات بجاه خير البريات، وأن الله ينصر المسلمين، وأن يزن الله الكريم ينصر سلطان الأولياء مولانا الشيخ محمد ناظم عادل الهقاني قدس الله سره بجاه خير الأنام، وعلى كل نية صالحة مع حسن الخاتمة عند الموت بعد عمر المديد في طاعة الله وإلى حضرة النبي.
سر سورة الفاتحة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنت سلطاننا يا ربنا، اغفر لنا وارحمنا وتب علينا وزد حبيبك سيد الأولين والآخرين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، زده يا ربي عزا وشرفا ونورا وسرورا وسلطانا ورضوانا رملا في الشيطان ومن تبعه. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله، سنهزا بفضل الله ويا أبطال ويا أنجاد ويا سعادات ويا أحباب وأنتم يا أولي الألباب تعالوا وانصروا لله. عباد الله رجال
وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله.
مدد 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 يا سيدي، مدد 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 يا رسول الله، مدد أبو بكر
بكر الصديق مدد يا عمر الفاروق مدد يا عثمان غني مدد يا إمام علي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا فاطمة زهراء مدد يا إمام
for Imam Ali and Mawlana Shah Naqshbandi, inshallah.
سر کوی بلند فریاد کردم، علی شیر خدا را یاد کردم، علی شیر خدا دردم دوا کن، مناجات مرا پیش خدا کن. مولا علی جانم، مولا علی جان، مولا علی جانم، مولا علی جان. امیر المؤمنین یا شاه مردان، یا شاه مردان، یا شاه مردان. علی لا سیف الا ذوالفقار لا فتح الا علی لا سیف الا ذوالفقار اذكروا آل محمد كل ليل ونهار يا طاهر الأعداء يا ولي الولي يا مزهر الرجال يا مرتضاني لا فتح إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار لا فتح إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار اذكروا آل محمد كل ليل ونهار.
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. إن شاء الله for Ramadan Naqshbandi.
صل على سيد الأصفياء صل على حجة الأولياء 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 يا شاه نقشبندی ها دل ما به جز تو ما به هیچ کس ندار یا شاه نقشبندی ها دل ما به جز تو ما به هیچ کس ندار صل علی سید الاصفیاء صل علی حجة الاولیاء صل علی سید الاصفیاء صل علی حجة الاولیاء صل علی محمد نور حق و شامت شاه نقشبندی آمد جان جانم آمد صل علی محمد نور حق و شامت شاه نقشبندی آمد جان جانم آمد صل علی سید الاصفیاء صل علی حجة الاولیاء صل علی سید الاصفیاء صل علی حجة الاولیاء شاه نقشبند محمد شاه نقشبند محمد اویسی البخاری اویسی البخاری اویسی البخاری شاه نقشبند محمد شاه نقشبند محمد اویسی البخاری اویسی البخاری اویسی البخاری یا عزیزا یا رسا یا عزیزا یا رسا به حق شاه دین نقشبندی یا عزیزا یا رسا یا عزیزا یا رسا به حق شاه دین نقشبندی ربنا 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 واغفر لنا ربنا 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 واغفر لنا ربنا آتنا ربنا آتنا وجه جماله وجه جماله به حق شاه دین نقشبندی به حق شاه دین نقشبندی.
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik alayhi wa ala alihi. Inshallah, we have interactive Thursday for people who are online. Please think of your questions for tafakkur and muraqabah, inshallah. Page 22.
سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي حبك بقلبي راسي شرفي وعزي ولد راسي حبك بقلبي راسي شرفي وعزي ولد راسي رافينا لك على راسي رافينا لك على راسي والله في انت بارينا سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي خالد بركة جنابه من آثار أحبابه خالد بركة جنابه من آثار أحبابه يشهد لي كل أصحابه يشهد لي كل أصحابه خمسوا بركة نبينا سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي خذ هجرك يا أبا الزهراء فطهر صدى غارة خذ هجرك يا أبا الزهراء فطهر صدى غارة أنكم طاهرت مرة أنكم طاهرت مرة هم خير العارفين سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي شرب طه بالقربة وصحابية من حبه وشرب طه بالقربة وصحابية من حبه فقطع بالموت شربه فقطع بالموت شربه اجعل بركة دينا سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي ما يدخل قلب إشواقا راقى لي قدم ساقا ما يدخل قلب إشواقا راقى لي قدم ساقا مثل أصحابه الشاقا مثل أصحابه الشاقا في المعشر يشفى لي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. إن شاء الله page 45 نادي عليه.
نادي علي المظهر العجائب تجده عونا لك في النوائب نادي علي المظهر العجائب تجده عونا لك في النوائب علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي يا علي اسمك بالقلب من نسيب يا علي سبحان ربي سغلك هالاسم يا علي يا منبع الجود كنوز العلم يا علي صقر الموادك مولدك مبتسم يا علي آخر دنيا منهجك ملتزم يا علي انقلب صادق بالعدل ميتسم يا علي أنت لواء الفخر والمناقب وجوهر العزة والمواهب أنت لواء الفخر والمناقب وجوهر العزة والمواهب علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي نادي علي المظهر العجائب تجد الله لك بالنواهب نادي علي المظهر العجائب تجد الله لك بالنواهب علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي اشرف اسمك فوق ضمير الكتاب يا علي اسمع فضلك نادى الركاب يا علي ما يوم نورك يبرح سنجاب يا علي خلق ضبارين وجودك وهاب يا علي كل الوجود اضطرب التزهب يا علي فضلك فريد بشرائب جاب يا علي شانك فوق الشان والمراتب يا بلغ الإحسان والمقاصد شانك فوق الشان والمراتب يا بلغ الإحسان والمقاصد علي 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 يا علي علي
تجده عونا لك في النواهي نادي علي المظهر العجائب تجده عونا لك في النواهي علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي
للكون التسد إلى العمل
يا علي
ليقول لك دين الحنيف نبجد
يا علي
يا أسد غالب من شبيهك أسد
يا علي
بالدولة خالق يا حيدر شهد
يا علي
بالحشر بس حبك يا حيدر سند
يا علي
لا مال ولا أغل لا ولد
يا علي
يوم ظهور الفضل والمطاري لا يلقى الأدنى من الأقارب يوم ظهور الفضل والمطالب لا ينفع الأدنى من الأقارب
علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي نادي علي النزع العجائب تجده عونا لك في النواهي
نادي علي
الوزر العجائب تجده عونا لك في النواهي علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي.
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله inshallah for the barakat of Sayyidina Zainab alayhi salam and her holy birth and her holy life inshallah. Page 61, that Allah address us from her lives, her nazar, her blessings.
يا زهراء يا زهراء
يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء
يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء
نور العين من حازاها يؤذيني زهراء نور العين من أذاها يؤذيني حتى ذاك للرسول حتى ذاك للرسول فاطمة أنت البتول يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء
وعلى آله. Inshallah we can do some of the Urdu that have the Ahlul Bayt. Haj, we can shut that door and just wait till somebody rings.
कोई नबी नहीं है मेरे मुस्तफ़ा के बाद, कोई नबी नहीं है मेरे मुस्तफ़ा के बाद, शेरे खुदा नहीं है अली मुर्तज़ा के बाद, शेरे खुदा नहीं है अली मुर्तज़ा के बाद, कोई नबी नहीं है मेरे मुस्तफ़ा के बाद, कोई नबी नहीं है मेरे मुस्तफ़ा के बाद, शेरे खुदा नहीं है अली मुर्तज़ा के बाद, शेरे खुदा नहीं है अली मुर्तज़ा के बाद, ना है किसी के बेटे हुसैन व हसन से और, ना है किसी के बेटे हुसैन व हसन से और, ना है किसी के बेटे हुसैन व हसन से और, ना फातिमा सिवा है कोई फातिमा के बाद, ना फातिमा सिवा है कोई फातिमा के बाद, कोई नबी नहीं है मेरे मुस्तफ़ा के बाद, शेरे खुदा नहीं है अली मुर्तज़ा के बाद, जैसी पड़ी हुसैन ने तीरों की छाँव में, जैसी पड़ी हुसैन ने तीरों की छाँव में, जैसी पड़ी हुसैन ने तीरों की छाँव में, ऐसी नमाज फिर न हुई करबला के बाद, ऐसी नमाज फिर न हुई करबला के बाद, कोई नबी नहीं है मेरे मुस्तफ़ा के बाद, शेरे खुदा नहीं है अली मुर्तज़ा के बाद, अब्बास तेरे नाम को मैं अपने इश्क से, अब्बास तेरे नाम को मैं अपने इश्क से, अब्बास तेरे नाम को मैं अपने इश्क से, पहले वफा से पहले लिखूं वफा के बाद, पहले वफा से लिखूं वफा के बाद, कोई नबी नहीं है मेरे मुस्तफ़ा के बाद, शेरे खुदा नहीं है अली मुर्तज़ा के बाद, शब्बीर कह के भाई बुलाते रहे जिसे, शब्बीर कह के भाई बुलाते रहे जिसे, शब्बीर कह के भाई बुलाते रहे जिसे, और क्या सवाल करे इस अदा के बाद, और क्या सवाल करे इस अदा के बाद, कोई नबी नहीं है मेरे मुस्तफ़ा के बाद, शेरे खुदा नहीं है अली मुर्तज़ा के बाद, दरबार शाम में कहा ज़ैनब ने सुन यज़ीद, दरबार शाम में कहा ज़ैनब ने सुन यज़ीद, दरबार शाम में कहा ज़ैनब ने सुन यज़ीद, डरते नहीं किसी से भी हम तो खुदा के बाद, डरते नहीं किसी से भी हम तो खुदा के बाद, कोई नबी नहीं है मेरे मुस्तफ़ा के बाद, शेरे खुदा नहीं है अली मुर्तज़ा के बाद, इतने सितम हुए हैं मोहम्मद की आल पर, इतने सितम हुए हैं मोहम्मद की आल पर, इतने सितम हुए हैं मोहम्मद की आल पर, होती रही है इब्तिदा हर इंतहा के बाद, होती रही है इब्तिदा हर इंतहा के बाद, कोई नबी नहीं है मेरे मुस्तफ़ा के बाद, शेरे खुदा नहीं है अली मुर्तज़ा के बाद।
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik
अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना वराउल वरा है, अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना वराउल वरा है, अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना वराउल वरा है, इसमें हसनैन है फातिमा है, इसमें हसनैन है फातिमा है, इस घराने में मुश्किल कुशा है, अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का वाले ने सब कुछ दिया है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना वराउल वरा है। नाम पर तेरे सब कुछ मिला है, नाम पर तेरे सब कुछ मिला है, नाम पर तेरे सब कुछ मिला है, नाम पर तेरे सब कुछ मिला है। नाम पर तेरे कुर्बान जाऊं, नाम पर तेरे कुर्बान जाऊं। हूँ गरीबों का जो आसरा है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना वराउल वरा है। खैर से तुम ही खैरुल वरा हो, और तुम ही सैयदे अंबिया हो। खैर से तुम ही खैरुल वरा हो, और तुम ही सैयदुल अंबिया हो। कोई तुझसा हुआ है न होगा, कोई तुझसा हुआ है न होगा। तेरे रब का यही फैसला है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना वराउल वरा है। मेरा भी है कोई दुनिया वालों, बेसहारा हमें तुम न समझो। मेरा भी है कोई दुनिया वालों, बेसहारा हमें तुम न समझो। साथ मेरे मेरा पेशवा है, साथ मेरे मेरा पेशवा है। मेरा रब है मेरा मुस्तफा है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना वराउल वरा है। आज रख लो गदाए करम की, भर दो हमारी भी झोली। आज रख लो गदाए करम की, भर दो हमारी भी झोली। कोई ये ना कहे कमली वाले, कोई ये ना कहे कमली वाले। तेरी महफिल से खाली गया है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना वराउल वरा है। हवाए इश्क का हो नवाज़ी, मैं हूँ उनकी इनायत पे राज़ी। हवाए इश्क का हो नवाज़ी, मैं हूँ उनकी इनायत पे राज़ी। मेरी तुरबत पे लिखना नया सी, मेरी तुरबत पे लिखना नया सी। पंज तन का ये अदना गदा है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना वराउल वरा है। इसमें हसनैन है फातिमा है, इसमें हसनैन है फातिमा है। इस घराने में मुश्किल कुशा है।
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अर्रहमानिर्रहीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अव्वल हम्द सना इलाही जो मालिक हर हर दा, अव्वल हम्द सना इलाही जो मालिक हर हर दा। उसका नाम चितारन वाला किसे मैदान में हर दा, उसका नाम चितारन वाला किसे मैदान में हर दा, उसका नाम चितारन वाला किसे मैदान में हर दा।
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
फजल करे ते बख्शे जावन मैं पर के मुकाले फजल करे ते बख्शे जावन मैं पर के मुकाले अदल करे ते धर धर कंबल ऊंचियां शाना वाले अदल करे ते धर धर कंबल ऊंचियां शाना वाले अदल करे ते धर धर कंबल ऊंचियां शाना वाले
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
माली का कब पानी देना भर भर मशका भावे माली का कब पानी देना भर भर मशका भावे मालिक का कब भर फुलाना लावे या ना लावे मालिक का कब भर फुलाना लावे या ना लावे मालिक का कब भर फुलाना लावे या ना लावे
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
कामिल इश्क खुदाया बख्शी गैर बलो मुख मोड़ा कामिल इश्क खुदाया बख्शी गैर बलो मुख मोड़ा इनको जाना इनको तकवा इनको आका लोड़ा इनको जाना इनको तकवा इनको आका लोड़ा इनको जाना इनको तकवा इनको आका लोड़ा
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
किन्नी बारी तौबा बन्नी मैं आवे इतबारा किन्नी बारी तौबा बन्नी मैं आवे इतबारा मेरे तेरे दर तौबा कीती बख्शी बख्शन हारा मेरे तेरे दर तौबा कीती बख्शी बख्शन हारा मेरे तेरे दर तौबा कीती बख्शी बख्शन हारा
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
मैं पापी शर्मिंदा झूठा भरया नाल गुनाह मैं पापी शर्मिंदा झूठा भरया नाल गुनाह इक्को यासिन साडे दर्दी ना कोई और पनाह इक्को यासिन साडे दर्दी ना कोई और पनाह इक्को यासिन साडे दर्दी ना कोई और पनाह
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين لشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام وعلى مشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العلية وسائر ساداتنا والصديقين. الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم. A reminder always for myself that أطيعوا الله أطيعوا الرسول أولي الأمر منكم, and that we are أنا عبدك العجيز ضعيف مسكين ظالم جهل, and by the grace of Allah that we are still in existence. On these nights of tafakkur, reminder always for myself that everything is based on this concept of tafakkur. Every type of opening every type of reality, every type of dress that Allah want to dress upon the servants. That the power of the soul is what we were sent to nourish and to bring up, not the power of the body. The body had to be disciplined with the usul, the different laws that bring a discipline, a cleanliness, a correct understanding upon the physicality, but the physicality was not the goal. Because all of this is being broadcasted live all over the world. So it means all of our events are all live. This teaching of haqqaiqs and from Ahlul Malakut, wa Malakut kulli shay in Surah Al-Yasin, everything from Surah Al-Yasin is everything has a heart, and the heart of Holy Qur'an which can't even be understood, Allah's uncreated words, the heart of it, Surah Yasin, as if Allah want us to direct ourselves to the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad Manzil Qur'an, the location in the house in which this Holy Qur'an is emanating throughout this universe. And in this holy month, from the way of marifah based on the power of 9. So 9 times the 5th month is 45. Haji Shahid 45, 45th surah, 13th verse. We should recite on the months the different secret of those verses of that month. In this month is the 45th surah, has a door, a pardeh for awliyaullah, that they are moving from Surah Tawbah, Ashab al-Kahf, 27 Surah Al-Nam, 36 Yasin. From Yasin opens up into Surah Al-Jathiyah and continues into the powers of 9. Regular people are moving from Surah Fatiha, Surah Al-Baqarah, Al-Imran, from 1 through 12. Once they have been dressed from that reality and Allah grant them sincerity, then they're moving from the 9th all the way to 108th surah on the 12th month, which is the Kawthar, to be dressed in Allah on the 12th month, the hijrah, the pilgrimage. Allah dresses them to be from al-Kawthar. This month, its secret of this surah is verse 13, inshaAllah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وَسَخَّرَ لَكُم مَّا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا مِّنْهُ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ.
Allah sakhar lakum, that we have granted to you, put under your authority, under your dominion. He's talking to Sayyidina Muhammad. All of Holy Qur'an is a dialogue between Allah and Sayyidina Muhammad, not between us. Our door was that we didn't exist. If you came through the door of non-existence, then when you read Holy Qur'an, this is a secret dialogue between Allah and Sayyidina Muhammad. And Allah stating in this ayatul kareem that we have subjected to you everything, everything from my earths, everything into the sama, means everything in the paradises, every angel in the paradises, Bayt al-Mahmur in the paradises, everything you can think from these galaxies, these universe. And then Allah give the all encompassing lock on a contract, Jami'an. Jami'an is the finality of the contract. In case somebody came back and said, Ya Rabbi, not the souls. No, Allah said, no, wrong. I gave the heavens, the earth and anything in between them, we have subjected to you from Him. So if anyone wants to know who gave it, Allah clarifies, minhu, that we gave it. We have subjected, you are the sultanate, this is your sultanate. Otherwise what's the purpose of being a king and have no kingdom? This is the month in which they're moving from the heart of Surat al-Yasin, dressed by the heart, dressed by the fountains and the flowing lights of Holy Qur'an which are coming from Manzil al-Qur'an, from the center of the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad into this surah where Allah is dressing that everything is under your authority. None know it but Ahlul Tafakkur, because it's not something you're going to understand in your physicality. In your physicality and in our physical practices, we are so concerned about our self and our relationship and everything about the me. The Turu come and teach that you're not important. If you annihilate yourself, La anta subhanaka inni kuntu minal zalimeen. If I truly believe, Ya Rabbi, that your greatness and I'm an oppressor to myself, I took a path in which I'm nothing, I'm nothing, I'm nothing, Ya Rabbi. And then that was the path of tafakkur. We'll repeat because you never know when somebody hits into their heart, even after years of hearing that word, that it's not about you, it's not about me. When I say you, I'm talking to myself always. It's not about me, I'm nothing. I have no treasure to receive, I have no station to receive, I have nothing, nothing, nothing. But Allah sakhar lakum. Allah said, I have given everything to Sayyidina Muhammad. If you can achieve an understanding and practice the way of nothingness, then your journey begins in the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. And that is the Khanzallah, that is the treasure of Allah, that is ulum al-awwaleen wa akhirin, ilm al-laduni wa hikmati bih salihin. All of that is the reality of Sayyidina Muhammad, what they call Nur Muhammadi, Haqiqat al-Muhammadiyya, the highest levels of haqiqat. All other knowledges are nothing in comparison to that knowledge. That reality requires us to be nothing. So it means then the tafakkur comes in our life to teach us, I'm nothing, I'm nothing. If I truly believe I'm nothing, that everything about myself I'm nothing, Ya Rabbi, let me just to reach a state of my nothingness and to be dressed by that light, blessed by that light, to be in the presence of those lights, then that whole reality begins to open. You will be with whom you love. Ahlul Fikr, they don't like that hadith. They probably try to say it's daif because they think everything they're going to achieve is through their efforts. That they're going to pray and it's going to impress Allah. They're going to pay and it's going to impress Allah. People don't want to give $100 and they make 30,000 a month. And then they say, we're having hard times. You know the people out there making extreme amount of money and they don't want to give anything. And could you imagine you're going to approach Allah like that? Where companions were giving their lives, they were giving everything they had, they struggled 2 days, fight 2 times in a day. There's no life insurance, there's nothing. So then awliya came into our life, are you going to really try to sit with Allah's Divine the Presence like that? You're going to go up into the heavens thinking, I'm going to show my amal to Allah and He's going to be impressed and He's going to say, please enter into paradise? Or He's going to say, all this amal you're showing me, it's not even worth the eyesight I gave you, the breath I gave you every day. You should have thanked me 1,000 lifetimes for the breath and the existence I gave you. So awliyaullah come and say, no way, we're not going to enter through that. So this was a big opening, that holy hadith. when he interrupted the Jummah of Sayyidina Muhammad and asked, what about Qiyamah? Haq, but the whole of our life is based on Qiyamah. What's going to happen when the Armageddon? What's going to happen when Allah call me to an account? 3 times he interrupted Sayyidina Muhammad until Prophet knew who he is. And this was a mercy for the nation to hear that he's about to explain, what have you prepared that you're asking so many times? Said, nothing. How you can dare to say that? You have to contemplate. There's an audience of some fierce Sahabi, they make the heavens shake, these personalities that Allah surrounded Sayyidina Muhammad with. And he came and said nothing. What Allah wanted to teach these great personalities that later generations would understand. I have nothing in comparison to what you have established, what your great companions have done. I have nothing except the love of Allah and love of Sayyidina Muhammad and Prophet said, then you will be with whom you love. Means that's the lifetime of tafakkur just on that holy hadith from Sayyidina Muhammad that our life is about, we'll be with whom we love. What you can achieve from a state of muhabbat and good character doesn't mean you don't do. We do everything, and we kept the 50 prayers that was given to Sayyidina Muhammad on Isra wal Miraj, and said, it's probably too much for my nation. Naqshbandi keeps all the 50. If you count all of our tahajjud, our fajr prayers, the sunnah of the fajr, salatul tasbih, salatul shukr, all of those they kept, but they never put an importance on that amal. They do all of that amal from ishq and love and muhabbat, but they place no importance on that amal. And their whole focus in their life is how to build the muhabbat and love. For what is the value of all my actions if I have a rotten mouth and a rotten heart? Because the mouth and the heart is like the volcano. When you see the lava, Allah describes what coming out of the mouth, if you think that's bad, what's in the heart is far worse. So when you see an eruption of a volcano coming out, don't think that that's all that's in the volcano. There may be miles of lava under earth. There's a super volcano down here. If it should go, 4 of them will cover the earth in blackness because the extent of the lava they have under. Just like the heart of a human, Allah warns in Qur'an, no, if you think their mouth was bad, then know that their heart is far worse. So what's the purpose of all the amal? If the heart is bad, the mouth is bad, the character is bad. For could you have good character and a bad mouth? No, haqq and falsehood, they don't go together. So it means that when they have a good heart and good character, Imam Ali said, then their mouth will be soft. They should be sweetened mouth, a sweetened tongue. So what's a Muslim? Someone whom you're safe within their hands and their mouth. You're not in danger from their hands and their mouth, that's a true Muslim. So it means that this way is based on these good characteristics. This tafakkur is the way of muhabbat and love. That when I say I'm nothing, I want to be with whom I love. Then Allah describes, then atiullah, atiur Rasul, ulul amri minkum. These ulul am, the real ulul am, whom they stand guard for the amr of Allah through the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad, and upon this earth Allah gave them the title for ulul amr, not what people gave. And each one declares their own station and their people declare what he is or what his title is. It's not important what people say. It's when Allah that they have the alif, they have the mim, and they are Rabbaniyun. So they are the real ulul am, and they stand guard to that reality. When they come around, they bring that muhabbat and that love. And then Allah describes that their heart, qalb al-mu'min baytullah, their hearts are the houses of Allah. And that's why Allah said, don't fight my awliya because I'll declare war upon you. Allah didn't say that anywhere else. Don't fight here, don't yell at this, don't bother this. But Allah described that if you come against my awliya, then I'll declare war upon you. Why? Because it's the house of Allah. It's actually you're coming against Allah. And everything that contained within that house is Allah's Divinely light. So it means these personalities in our life, if we should come across them by their teachings, by their actions, then the highest level to be achieved by muhabbat and love. That's why then their schools come to teach us, have good character. As soon as they have good character, good softness, everything within them is a training of their character. If they come through the door talking harsh, then they will be continuously trained and cleaned into how to talk nice, how to talk polite, how to be able to be social and not an antisocial person, how to have all the characteristics that are pleasing to Allah. When they have those characteristics, then they begin their training that I'm nothing, Ya Rabbi. That when I'm sitting and trying to make my tafakkur, I'm asking to be nothing, but let me to be with these awliyaullah, let me to be with my guides and my shaykhs, and that to know that they're always present with me. For in my salah, as-salamu alayka ayyuhan nabi wa ibadullahi salihin. They're in my salah in front of me, I don't see them yet. I give salams to Sayyidina Muhammad in present tense in every salah, wa ibadullahi salihin. Who are ibadullahi salihin? Well, Allah described they are nabiyeen, siddiqeen, shuhadahi wa salihin, and they are with Allah, they are the best of company. So it means that when I'm sitting in my tafakkur, Ya Rabbi, let me to be with these salihin. Let me to always be in their presence, let me to know that I'm nothing, I'm nothing, I'm nothing, and that they dress me from these fires, they dress me from their nazar, and that they prepare me, clean me, train me to be under the nazar of what's next? Nazar of Sayyidina Muhammad. Their job is to bring the tarbiyah and the good characteristics, take away the wildness, take away all the bad characteristics, so that to present you to the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. And then their tafakkur opens and they find themselves always in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. Out of their ihtiram and their respect, they bow out of that and feel a shyness to be in that presence. So it means then there's a system in which they train. You make your tafakkur, train in the tafakkur, show that you're nothing, show that you have the best of manners. When that begins to open and Allah accepts that sincerity, they begin to feel the presence, they feel the energy. They understood that it's nothing, that that light coming into them is dressing them, because those servants have from Allah's hearing. That's Hadithul Qudsi, that's when all these hadiths they come together. When my servant approaches through voluntary worshipness, I become the ears in which they hear, the eyes in which they see, the breath in which they breathe, the tongue in which they speak, the hands in which they touch, the feet in which they move. When Allah dressed that servant, he begins to dress upon the light of the one making tafakkur. As soon as they sit for tafakkur and contemplation, when Allah finds that their character is good and they're sincere and they have istiqam, that they continuously practice, they're firm in what they want to achieve. This is the greatest jihad. It's not a jihad you hit the store one time and all the walls come down and you pillage and take all the treasures. Prophet describe this as Jihadul Akbar. These were two companions who were fierce in battle. This battle is far greater because every day you work and you feel nothing's opening. And you feel nothing's opening, and Allah pushing you until the day you want to quit. That may be the day that it's supposed to open. It wants to see, are you a quitter? Then quit. There's 10,000 more lined up to come in. If you go to the point you think you're going to quit and say to yourself, I'm never going to quit until I'm dead in the grave. Then they swing you around like you're on a rope of a helicopter, swing you and to shake you. Say, get off. You say, I'm not getting off. They say, get off. You say, I'm not getting off. And then they swing you a little that's more. That's the imtihan in life. Allah is not in need for anybody to do this. He's not in need to grant you the heavens. He's not in need to grant you spiritual vision. Say, I'll make you see what no one has seen, I'll make you hear what no ear has heard. Because each wali has a gift uniquely from Allah in which they feel they're the highest level of awliya. Because it's so unique and personal from Divinely Presence. And other awliya come to teach them, no, they're still a lot higher. Above every knower there's a higher knower. But Allah is not in need to give this. This is a mandatory to give it. It's from us to be firm, to be committed and to continuously struggle against ourselves. Nowadays coming in which difficulty will be immense upon earth. If you think that you can get your guidance from your physical eyes, it's not going to work. What's going to come to the physical eyes is horrific images, horrific difficulties coming upon the earth. When they begin their battle all over the world, do you think your eyes will be able to give you any type of guidance? Do you think your ears from what you can hear on radio or not hear on radio anymore will give you guidance? What is it that will give you a state of assurity? All the money that you saved up and paid off your mortgage quickly is not it's not going to help you. And that's why at the beginning in Surah At-Tawbah was the first gate. Everybody should go back and read Surah At-Tawbah. At the first gate Allah says, we buy from you your dunya and we give in exchange your akhirah. There is a bargain and a transaction that has to be made. If you're holding your dunya and think you're going to grant all of the akhirah, Allah clarifies, no, we buy from you your dunya. They're going to take it, they take everything away and they give you in exchange your akhirah. If Allah want to give it back at another time, that's Allah's prerogative. So they don't hoard up everything thinking it's going to be forever. The world is coming to an end, the bargain has to be made, faith has to be shown. Then Allah said that these ones are sincere. They believe that all these difficulties are coming, they believe in this belief and they want their heart to open. And they're practicing the best to have good character no matter how much they're bombarded with difficulties, how much they're bombarded with testing and backbiting and gossiping, they remain in good character inshaAllah until Allah's rida and satisfaction dresses upon them. At that time they understood that dress comes upon them, they understood I'm nothing. When they're nothing, the dress of these awliyaullah begin to dress them. They hear from that reality, they see from that reality, they breathe from that reality and they speak from that reality. They speak words that nobody speaks, not because of them but because who's behind them. Those souls behind, when you efface yourself into nothingness, their tajalli and their reality come into that insan. They're merely like a hollow shell, like a rent-a-car. The rider is the people of haqqaiq. That's why that they would say for Sayyidina Jalaluddin Rumi, don't worry about the nay, Don't worry about the actual nay, but you should be concerned as who's blowing through it. Means I see this person doesn't size up to me as anything. That's not your concern. What you should be worried about is who's behind that person, who talks through them, who sees through them, who hears through them, whose hands support them, whose feet are under them. Because they're just a reflection of that reality. That's the whole reality of tafakkur. Tafakkur was not to make myself into something, but was maut qabla al-maut, to die before I die. If you're dead, then who's present now in that chair? InshaAllah, subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen bi hurmati Muhammad al Mustafa wa bi siri Surat al Fatiha. InshaAllah we'll do the Khatm Khawjagan and then the questions after, that way they have to stay tuned for the Khatm. And because everybody has colds and flus, then we don't have to give the salams at the end, we just do like Yusuf Emri. This was taught to me by Vitali today. So we just don't go like this. It's okay. Now according to Haji Vitali, we are just going to A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. نوت الأربعين، نوت الاعتكاف، نوت الخلوة، سلوك والصيام في هذا المجلس يا رب العرش العظيم بمددكم ونجاتكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
وأشهد أن
محمدًا عبده ورسوله.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله.
أستغفر الله
أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله
نستغفر الله
أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله
أستغفر العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم وأتوب إليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم من كل ذنب ومعصية ومن كل ما يخالف دين الإسلام ومن كل ما يخالف الشريعة ومن كل ما يخالف الطريقة ومن كل ما يخالف المعرفة ومن كل ما يخالف الحقيقة ومن كل ما يخالف العظيم يا أرحم الراحمين يا الله. اللهم يا مسبب الأسباب يا مفتح الأبواب يا مقلب القلوب والأبصار يا ذليل المتطهرين يا غياث المستغيثين يا حي يا قيوم يا ذا الجلال والإكرام وفوض أمري إلا الله إن الله بصير بالعباد.
Rabit al-Sharif, asking to always see ourselves with Rose al-Sharif in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. بمددكم ونظركم سيدي يا رسول الكريم يا حبيب العزيز.
فاتحة الشريف. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم
مالك يوم الدين.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صلوات الشريف اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. الشرع الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك وإنما العسر يسرا إنما العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك وإنما العسر يسرا إنما العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك وإنما العسر يسرا إنما العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك وإنما العسر يسرا إنما العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك وإنما العسر يسرا إنما العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك وإنما العسر يسرا إنما العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك وإنما العسر يسرا إنما العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب الله أكبر. إخلاص الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد
أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر فاتحة الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين صلوات الشريف اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم
صل يا ربي وسلم جميع أنبيائه ومرسلين وكل أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين إلى شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام وعلى مشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العلية خاصة روح إمام طريقة قامت خليك شان نقشبند محمد ويسى البخاري سلطان أولياء الشيخ محمد الرفاعي الداغستاني سلطان الشيخ محمد ناظم حقاني مولانا الشيخ هشام كباني الشيخ عدنان كباني الشيخ محمد عادل مولى خالق الخرش الدواني صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام وروح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام ثم سيدنا أبي بكر الصديق سيدنا عمر سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن عليه السلام إمام حسين عليه السلام وسيدنا فاطمة عليه السلام وسيدنا زينب عليه السلام وسيدنا زين العابدين عليه السلام وسائر ساداتنا والصديقين على الفاتحة.
ظلمنه لا إله إلا الله 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 لا
Allah
الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم حق 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 حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم هاي 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 لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الله الله أكبر 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 الله لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم يا هو يا هو يا دايم يا هو يا هو يا دايم يا هو يا هو يا دايم الله يا هو يا دايم الله يا هو يا دايم يا دايم يا دايم يا دايم يا يا ودود الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم 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 يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله حسبنا الله ربنا 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 الله يا غالبا غير مغلوب 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 يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا قريبا غير بعيد يا قريبا غير بعيد يا قريبا غير بعيد يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب
حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم على أشرف العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات على أفضل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات على أكمل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات صلوات الله تعالى والملائكة والأنبياء والرسل وجميع خلقه على محمد وعلى آل محمد عليه السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته ورضي الله تبارك وتعالى سادة أصحاب رسول الله أجمعين ولتابعين بإحسان وأئمة المجتهدين المهديين والعلماء المتقين والأولياء الصالحين ومشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العلية قدس الله تعالى روحهم زكية ونور الله تعالى حضرتهم مباركة وعلى الله تعالى من بركاتهم وفيوداتهم دائما والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وأصحابه الكرام وشيخنا في طريق النقشبندي في العلية خاصة إلى روحي من طريق بندقة الشيخ نقشبند محمد بن البخاري وسلطان الأولياء الشيخ عبد الله الطائي الدغستاني وسلطان الأولياء الشيخ محمد ناصر عادل الحقاني وأنا الشيخ شام كباني الشيخ حسن كباني الشيخ محمد عادل مولانا البخاري والبجدواني صاحب السماء سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام روح الله سيدنا عليه السلام سيف الله بن علي عليه السلام ثم سيد أبو بكر الصديق ثم سيد عثمان يوم الحسن عليه السلام والحسين عليه السلام سيد فاطمة عليه السلام وسائر ساداتنا والصديقين.
الفاتحة. Turn this light on, inshallah. We'll have the questions from the tafakkur, inshallah. Put the fan on the light. It's chilly in here. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم بمددكم من نزل الكرسي يا رسول الكريم حبيب العظيم وأطيع الله وأطيع الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم. A reminder always for myself, and I have the kul ajiz da'if or miskeen zalim mujahid. By the grace of Allah that we are still in existence. Inshallah, for the tafakkur on the question and answers.
Sayyidi, what is the minimum amount of awrad we can do when we are extremely busy or tired?
The minimum?
The minimum.
Actually, if you do the awrad consistent, the beginning of the awrad before you get to the Allah and the salawats, that the 3 shahada, 7 istighfar, that one if you have that memorized, Surat al-Ikhlas, Surat al-Nas, Surat al-Inshirah, if you have that memorized, it doesn't take more than 20 minutes. So that has to be done, then the dua has to be made and sealed. Then the zikr of Allah and the durood al-sharif, the salawat on Prophet can be split. That you can do on your way to work, your 1500 zikr of Allah, 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 you do the minimum, not the 5,000, but to admit that we're weak servants, and 1500. And I do 1500 Allah, 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 Allah on the way to work. And then with the discipline I'm going to do my 300 or 500 salawats on the way coming back. And it's a matter of time management like everything else in life, that if you manage the time and have a discipline in which you write it and religiously stick to it, that I'm going to do this at this time, it should never be something difficult. If you don't have that discipline and then you just say, well I'll just wait and then everything at the end of the night trying to do it right before you fall asleep, then you begin to pass it and miss it. So you can do the beginning part before you leave the house up to the ida and the dua, and then the zikr of Allah and the salawat on Prophet split it. But that shouldn't be left out, inshaAllah. Where we talked about before that, that people are paying into their home and thinking their home is going to protect them. And when we first came here we described that a day is coming of immense difficulty, that people won't imagine what type of difficulties, but they'll begin to test you. And they test you in your faith and your istiqam, firmness in your belief, that you could be sitting in a home and begin to hear scratching coming from everywhere, where you think the house is under attack from rodents, from raccoons, from creatures. And you begin to panic and begin to have fear that box that you live in is not as secure as you think it is without the barakah of Allah's nazar, Prophet's nazar and the nazar of awliyaullah. That you begin to hear scratching and noises and you feel like the house something going to be coming in to eat you. And they begin to test on your faith, that why do you believe like that? Make your du'as, make your salawats, make your zikrs, make your tafakkur and your meditation, asking Allah to push away, for you may think it's a rodent but it could be spiritual beings playing with you by permission of Allah to test you. Because a day coming where wherever you are there may be screaming outside the door that they're trying to get in. Nowhere will be safe except by Allah's permission. If your faith is firm at that time and you know that you're good and your hisab is good with Allah, then alhamdulillah nothing. And that was in Surah Tawbah verse 51. وَلَنَا يُصِيبَنَا وَكَتَابَ اللَّهُ لَنَا مَوْلَانَا عَلَيْهِ وَتَوَكَّلَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. For verily nothing can happen to me that is not written in Allah's book, and Allah is my Mawlana, Allah is my protector, and Allah is the best of those to protect His mu'mineen. But didn't mean that you reached to be a mu'min, you merely accepted Islam. Means that these ayat al-Kareem will begin to come alive with power for the believer, that based on that verse they'll have a power in which nothing is approaching them, that Allah's hand is firmly above them. But that requires sincerity, that requires a faith in which you put your faith, and you put your faith to be real. What you have is real, you should be preparing for it. If you're preparing to pay off your home and you think your home is going to protect you, good luck with that. But if you believe your faith is true and you want the attention of Sayyidina Muhammad, you want to do your da'wah, you want to do all these things to get the nazar and the attention of Sayyidina Muhammad, that's what's important in our life. That's why when you follow these awliyaullah, they lead by example. They're not sitting at home just playing, they can play video games too and just sit at home, but they're continuously moving to the point of exhaustion. And when people look at them they say, "Shaykh, you look like you're going to be dead." That's the picture he saved on the video. The beginning of our journey was nice, we were all fresh and hello, we're leaving. By the end of the journey we didn't even broadcast it. It was 10 kilometers a day of intense walking. Why do they do things like that? Why do they continuously go, continuously do events, continuously do? Because they want the nazar and the barakah of Sayyidina Muhammad's nazar upon them. The Prophet happy with what I gave you, you are using it in that way to save souls, to do your da'wah, to be of service and khidmat. That's the whole purpose of our life. My whole life was to be of service. If what Allah gave me of knowledge and I dispensed it, what Allah gave me an understanding of character and I dispensed it. Not to take what Allah gave to you and sit upon it, but to give and to be of service. If what you have sitting in your bank could be opening a center and people be coming and saving lives, what do you think going to save you? Your bank account or the fact that you opened up a center and the people are sitting on a carpet doing zikr from your generosity? People don't seem to have an understanding of what are they pay more towards their car than towards their faith. So this is the day that we live in. But turn on the news and you see what's happening all around, and things are coming in very fast and very difficult now. InshaAllah Allah's nazar be upon us and the rahmah of Prophet's nazar be upon us inshaAllah, and the support of awliyaullah fi sama'i wa fil ard be upon us inshaAllah. Next question.
Kindly request Shaykh to help us with some secrets to lower our ego voice during meditation and hear the voice of higher presence, and light our hearts so we remain most humble.
We just gave that advice before you asked it. The hardest advice is to be of service and to give from what Allah gave you, because you worship that. That's the hardest thing to pull from you like teeth. What Allah gave to you, they're going to pull it. Khudh amwalihum, we have on the wall as the qibla. Take from them and pray from them. Allah didn't ask from them because He knows they're not going to give. So when they take, it's going to be a big enemy against your nafs. As soon as you support, as soon as you give and you give and you give and you give until it hurts, that you're attacking your nafs. If you have a service and you have a time, give your time. If you have rizq and sustenance, give your rizq and sustenance. If you have aql and ability, give it and be of service until it hurts. That is what is the fastest defeat of your nafs, because it's most against that. What can you give to your nafs? Like a shower? That's not going to do anything. But what's real and what it truly hates is that it hates to be of service. It only wants to serve itself and shaitan. So then when you enrolled and you gave and you gave and you did, your foot is locked onto that shaykh. Because where are you going to go after all that? You're going to re-establish yourself somewhere else? It's like pay your whole Harvard tuition and say, now I'm quitting. No, nobody does that. Unless your parents paid for it, you didn't care. But if you did it yourself with your blood, your sweat and your tears, you enrolled in that and you supported that, you're locked onto their feet, you're not going anywhere. And that brings the fight of the nafs down, that brings like a flame upon the nafs. Everything that you gave and every action of khidmat is a fire against the nafs. And that's what brings the nafs down, that's what brings the nafs into control, because you're locked on to that reality, you're locked on to the shaykhs, you're locked on to the love of Sayyidina Muhammad, you're committed to it. And that's what brings that ego down, so that you can do your practices and do all the zikrs that you have to do. If the nafs is wild, it becomes impossible to do anything. Every time you want to sit, it's all over the place. And take a path of humility, that keep silent when people talk. When somebody fighting with you, keep silent, don't answer back. Put a lollipop in your mouth. We said a rock, but people may swallow it and then get in trouble. So kinder, gentle is just put a lollipop in your mouth and don't answer back to people, so that you can come against yourself. You don't have to vindicate yourself, Allah will vindicate you inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum ya Sayyidi, how to wake up for Fajr prayer and tafakkur regularly? Very difficult. We are struggling with discipline and irregular timings. Please help us.
I think it's the same person who's always asking that. Shall I drink a lot of water before you sleep? It's not difficult. Just train yourself not to sleep deep. Put a big pitcher of water and drink that water before you sleep, and you have to wake up every few hours to wash. And you train yourself to wake up, wash and go back to bed, wake up, wash and go back to bed, so that the sleep is not so deep that you're completely knocked out. And before you know it, one of those times you have to get up is going to be your Fajr time, then you get up, wash and pray your Salatul Fajr. But discipline yourself not to have a very deep sleep inshaAllah.
So if we are being regular with our meditation, should we continue or is there a next step?
No, you should go to be irregular with the meditation. Now of course we have to be regular with the meditation and keep meditating and keep reaching a state in which you are nothing. Say that I'm nothing, I'm nothing, I'm nothing, and that you visualize the energy and the dress of the shaykhs to be present. As much as you find yourself to be present, as much as you're away from that reality. So it means there is a way in which to say, I'm nothing, and I'm visualizing that I'm in the dress of their light and asking their light to dress me. If I can keep that and understand that and begin to feel that qudra, that power and that energy begin to come, so it becomes very real that they have to feel the energy and feel that presence and that dress upon them inshaAllah. You're having an association within our association.
Those are the meditation questions. There's an energy question. A couple of people were asking, they're healthy but they notice every time they're around a few people they start losing their energy or they have very sharp headaches.
Oh, that's good. Then you understand the reality of energy, that we are a very powerful energy being. As soon as you build your energy, or if Allah given to you an energy, you're like a light bulb. Wherever you go, the positive will always pull the negative. So it means a positive force by its nature will attract the negative force. So every movement that you have as a positive force of your faith and practices, it begins to attract all the negativity. And that's why then the importance of all of the usul and everything that Prophet brought for us was for the perfection of energy. Means that keep your wudu at all times. Wudu is not for only for salah, wudu is to be at all times, never to be outside of your wudu. As soon as you lose your wudu, you've lost your energy force field and you can come under severe attack, especially if your progress is high. So that wudu is like a shield. The sunnah of Prophet's ring is again another shield, that they have a turquoise ring as a way of protection against bad eye. And you see many times if they wear turquoise it will crack because of the nazar of people and other people or energy forces. When they have an envy and a desire that they can't control, their eyes send out So then the sunnah ring of Prophet had a power, keeping the head covered from all sorts of negativity and energies that are coming upon the head. Everything that Prophet brought for us was like a shield for a warrior that protect them against negative energy. So when they go out and they feel that negativity, then they go home and they wash, and they try to wash away all the negativity of where they were, and they begin to manage where they go. Unnecessarily they don't go places where their energy will be pulled. And when they go out they try to keep their nazar bal qadam, their eyes upon their qadam, because as soon as you put your eyes up, the window to your soul are your eyes, and every type of devil and arrow will be shot into the eyes, in which the eyes become red again from all the negative energies that are all around. So then they become experts in energy, how to preserve their energy, how to safeguard their qadam, their way in which not to be affected. And by the end result of the energy they pick up throughout their work and all their actions, they go home and they shower. As soon as they enter into the shower, it's like a meditation for them. They ask Allah that through the power of my, when Allah said, "My throne is upon this my, Ya Rabbi, by the power of this water and the secret that you have within it, wash away my difficulties." And that ghusl and that wash, it washes away the sins and difficulties and the burdens of insan, inshaAllah. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa basir Surat al-Fatiha. Ameen. Thank you very much. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullah. We're back tomorrow night, a Saturday night inshaAllah, and a holy weekend inshaAllah. As-salamu alaykum. Ashki wa shalams. That's good. Ready guys?